Jesus.
For shizzle dizzle.
Smash.
For shizzle dizzle.
Thank you, Cassie Lynn, for smashing that like button. You know what's up.
For shizzle dizzle.
So I was supposed to spam that guy. He spam shares all the time.
For shizzle dizzle.
Why is this guy doing that? Oh shit. Shared so hard. Go hard. What's up, you guys? Hold on, wait, let's hit the intro. Sound hard wood sharing. I forgot to turn that off. But hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Yahweh. This is WTF Is This Question Mark. This is my Friday night show. This over here is the girl who plays music. This up here is the marijuana.
For shizzle dizzle.
I guess we could put that away. We can bring this down. Oh, is Animal Crossing not on there? Hold on. There's something going on right here. I gotta fix it.
For shizzle dizzle.
Oh, I know why. It's not even on, but whatever. We don't need to fix that, I guess. We can bring this back. Hey, and they said I'm Yahweh. No, I'm over here. Fucking cameraman. I'm over here. Hey, what's up? Welcome to my show. This is a Friday night show about the topics that we're about to discuss. And give me one moment because we're not done sharing. You know you could share from your own page. You don't have to share from your personal account, which is what I do sometimes. I log on over to Yahweh. So hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Thank you all for being here. We're about to start in just about 1 second. If you could just give me that second. Does it ever show that I share? It shows that you liked. Your shares might not be getting approved. Usually, to my understanding, Cassie, if that's not happening, if it's not showing up, that means your share didn't go through on the system. There we go. So yeah, of course we have like already a situation where we have a global pandemic occurring all around the world that's creating tensions for people. And this is not a new problem. What happened was not a new problem. It's something that's been underlying the whole time. And I saw this quote, and I don't know if this quote really belongs to Will Smith, but I saw something that said that this was Will Smith's quote. Racism isn't getting worse. It's just getting recorded. And I think that's what we have right here with Floyd. With George Floyd and the situation. This has been happening. This is something that probably happens, I don't want to say multiple times a day because I don't want to accept that as a reality, but it probably happens multiple times a day where cops use aggressive force against a person of color. They use it simply because they can, because they want to, because they think that they're not people, because they think that they're less than them, because they're not the same color of fucking skin as them and shit like that. So this action, what happened against him, it was wrong, of course. But a lot of people think that it's something new, that it's something that evolved, that something changed. This is the way they've been treating people for as long as they could because nobody was recording them or taking checks and balances to make sure they weren't. Body cams, it's bringing lots of revelations to light. And the responses that are taking place, what else do you expect from these people? What else do you expect? In certain aspects, like, you can't protest something like this peacefully. My concern with the whole situation, I agree with their actions, and I agree that rioting sometimes creating an unrest is the best way to grab attention. We've obviously seen that now they took him into custody. Before the riots, oh, it's just what happens. Like, but then there's violent reaction from the community that you're fucking over here abusing, and then all of a sudden now, okay, well look, we did the thing. Well, no shit, you should have did the fucking thing before you made us fucking light stuff on fire, before you made us break stuff. My concern right now with all of this is the escalation that it's leading to. The escalation as to where, like I said, it's fucking troubling times already. You can't go outside without a mask. We're not supposed to. We've got a pandemic that's like nothing we've ever seen before, where we're learning new things about this virus on the daily and still trying to learn how to combat it. I agree that we can't allow this to happen. Yep. Well, not only our country. I wrote some article. Let me find it here in my Google. Thank you, J.C. Michael Sr. Yeah, you know what's up. Let me go to my drive. So I got like a paper here that I wrote a long time ago about this very thing. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's called like Molotovs for Justice or something. Did I save it as an untitled thing? I hope not. Give me 1 second. The autopsy came back and it said George wasn't killed by suffocation. Okay. Like, oh, okay, that never matters. It was fine for them to put their arm on his neck like that. That was fine. What is everybody getting worked up about, you guys? Hey, you guys. You guys, call it all off. Call it off. It was fine. He didn't really suffocate like that. I'm gonna just read this. The government is a foundation of our modern society. The United States promotes change not through radical action, but through political action. A slow and steady process that is said to protect the people and its rights. But is that really the case? Political action over radical physical action? I have it shared on my profile. I'm extremely high and don't remember. I need to go back and look. It doesn't matter what killed him. Does that make it okay, the way that they were fucking pressing their foot down on his neck, which obviously led to whatever else happened? It doesn't matter how he died. We have footage of somebody that's like somebody, a baby dying because two people were fucking tossing it around like a toy, and like, oh, the baby's neck didn't snap, it died of trauma. It fucking got trauma from being thrown around. But yeah, okay. On March 3rd, 1991, what is this, like 29 years ago, right? We didn't have smartphones. The chance that someone in the vicinity of Rodney King would have a video camera and be observing him were slim to none. But it happened. That one videotape of more than 20 cops assaulting him after a high-speed chase spurred a chain reaction that would provoke an investigation into LAPD corruption and set off a series of violent acts in response to the obvious dismissal of blatant corruption within the system. On April 29th, 1992, 4 white officers that had beaten Rodney King, a black man, and a year earlier were acquitted. Their charges were dismissed despite well-known public evidence of their crimes. Like, we literally had them being filmed and they were let off. That's the reason people rioted right now. We've been through this before. Oh yes, they said he was underlying conditions. That's what it was, underlying conditions? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, God. And in response to the court's decisions to let all these white officers off, people started rioting. Like, the state of emergency was declared by Governor Pete Wilson. 8,500 military units were deployed. And this was in 1992, when there was no coronavirus going on right now. I don't know how many days this went on for. Hold on, let me see. The situation went far beyond the surface levels of racism to a much broader implication of human rights, right to fair trial, and civil liberties, which are all in question regarding how this case played out. Would these men have been charged without the video and subsequent acts of violence that spurred a national response? Are radical actions a necessary catalyst for social change and political awareness? I believe that after hearing my arguments for the notion, you'll see that given the circumstances, that may be our only option. Because it's true. On Tuesday, January 25th, 2011, protests began in Egypt in response to government corruption, unemployment, poverty, and a ruler who has stayed in power for more than 30 years. A recently successful Tunisian revolution inspired the Egyptian people to form the largest scale protest that has ever been seen since the 1970s. In contrast to the King case, where a personal device played an integral part in the detrimental guilt, the Egyptian government has hung itself by blocking Twitter, essentially strangling the efforts of protesters to organize, but really promoting what they are. It's a... Yes! Josh Montgomery, thank you for smashing that supporter button. Your continued support is what keeps us going. Thank you for 8 months, my man. Thank you. It's important to recognize that by removing any form of communication by your people is a direct attack on their free speech and right to assembly. A government that does not recognize the right of its citizens will not be respected by them. By taking to the streets in such excess, the people were able to remove the president from power and hold a new election in Egypt. This kind of radical action was a necessary event to spark a change that would not have come any other way. The system in place was set up in such a way that the government would not have allowed a traditional election. And even after being asked to resign, the president refused until the protests continued that dragged him out of his fucking office. After 30 years of the same regime, Egypt's people took to the streets with the authority to demand their rights, to demand a change and demand it now. And that's what the world, and what surprised the world was that it worked. Because it did. I don't agree with the riots in my opinion, because innocent people will suffer that had nothing to do with it. Oh no. Fuck, that is sad. Poor guy. Yep, definitely, Danielle. Well, obviously, people are suffering. People suffered during the riots of 1992, during the Rodney King riots. I mean, was it wrong for the Rodney King riots to go on? I mean, it brought attention to the scandals that were like underlying. Small businesses were destroyed that were never recovered. At least they weren't destroyed during a time where there wasn't a pandemic. If anything, I would say that it's a good thing this happened right now too, because they weren't even really open. I think insurance covers riots. I think that some small damage to people's personal businesses is a minuscule price to pay for social justice that is not being given to people who can never even own a business. I have around 3,000 amputee for rioters if they want to come this way. I didn't serve to have my stuff stolen. Well, no one's saying that they want to take your stuff. People are destroying public property. I mean, if it comes to attacking personal property, that's a different situation, but nobody's saying that they want to attack the everyday person. Nobody's especially saying they want to attack you. People are attacking the idea of racism. Yes, it sucks that these people are suffering because they have small businesses, but oh well. Like, honestly, I have no sympathy for that. Like, it sucks that they're in the way, but that's like saying that we shouldn't tax the rich. Like, yes, small businesses are people just starting out, but small businesses probably have a lot more than these people who are rioting. There was a purge in Brazil in November. Oh my god. More Elf Fajardo, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. Nobody's burning down houses. That's the point, is I could see your concern and your wish to arm yourself. You don't need to be so eager to shoot somebody who just wants human rights, okay? Like, please don't. But, because their state's government, good. National Guard can't put all the looters down. I don't think the looters need to be put down. They're not animals. That's the point. That's what... My concern is that the National Guard needs to be brought in at all. That's my concern about these people rioting right now. I'm glad that we've had a response. Were they gonna take any action against the guy? He wasn't even arrested until the riot started. Everybody was like, oh well, it's another colored guy dead. What do you guys expect? That's not the right answer. That's not human rights, that's domestic terrorism. I swear an oath. An oath to attack people who wish for human rights? Like, your oath can be whatever you swear, and that's cool if you swore an oath, man, but I think that the colored people are also the people who you swore to defend in your oath, aren't they? I figure that the people should come before the government. Like, did you swear your allegiance to the government or to the people? If you swore to the government, that's cool. That's just... I wouldn't. I believe in the people. Like, I would rather have my faith be in other people rather than be in institutions such as the government. Like, the government doesn't have you as the best interest, as is positive. Well, especially if you're a person of color. Looting and personal property. So you will kill people to protect property. So property is more important to you than people's rights. You don't believe in people's rights over property. That's basically what you're stating right now. The small businesses inventory is more important than their demand for civil justice after the murder of this individual. Because that's what you're saying right now. It's cool if you have that opinion, man. To each their own opinion, but I just personally don't think that way. I don't think that stuff is more important than people. But hey, that's what we're here to discuss.
Smash, smash.
Thank you, Will Sam Anderson, for smashing that like button. You know what's up, Will. The people in Egypt who were probably fighting to keep this guy in power, who had been there for 30 years, are probably just following their oath too. But I think at a certain point you have to decide, am I going to defend the government or am I going to defend the people who this government is supposed to be for? That's what we're discussing right here. There's ways to do it. Then attack the government properly. You don't attack folks properly. Have nothing to do with this. Domestic terrorism at that point. Like I'm saying, what could they have done? Like 28 years ago, we had the same issue. The same issue with an abuse of cop power. The only reason we saw it and knew that it happened was because people were filming it. And even then they got away with it. Just like right now he was getting away with it until violence was taken. Yes, we could try to attack just government places, but these things are reactions. They're reactions. It's not pre-planning. And taking political action, taking the slow and steady process, it moves by inches. It moves by inches. No matter how many fucking tweets we would have made, it would have gotten that cop taken in. You know what got that cop taken in? Burning those buildings down. Burning them to the fucking ground. That's what got attention. That's what gets people's attention. It's sad to fucking say. It's sad that we're such simple creatures, but we fucking love Michael Bay movies. We fucking love them. We love them. It's a visual spectacle. When you drive by a car crash, you can't help but look at what's happening, and that gets somebody's attention more than somebody telling you that there was a car crash. Yeah, the guy had been already abusing his position. If we hadn't seen it, we wouldn't know about it. And the cowards attack non-gun areas. Come down this way. Maya Byers, thank you for the follow. You know what's up. Yeah. It sounds like you just want to react to the situation. What does that mean? Non-gun areas come down this way. I don't think anybody. Doesn't have anything to do with you, Josh. This has to do with people's rights. Even if you own the business, I think that the people who own the business, at least they could be big enough to see that this has nothing to do with them. They don't need to take it personal. Nobody's attacking your community. Has everything. Nobody's threatening your family, dude. Nobody's gone to your house. This isn't about you. This is about these people demanding civil rights. If you want to make it about you, that's you not wanting these people to have rights and wanting to attack them for it. Hey, what's up, Harvey King? Welcome to the stream. Your family's not involved right now, dude, unless you have something against these people demanding human rights. Why are you going to the mall right now while riots are happening? Why are you going to the mall during the age of COVID-19? Well, one is if you were rioting with them, then you'd probably be safe. That's why you should always be on the side of the rioters, number one. Number two, don't leave your house. They're not going to houses and attacking people. What about the families of the people who were killed by the cops? They want to just not have their neck killed, their neck snapped. He's just concerned about it encroaching upon his own territory, upon his own thing. But I think that it doesn't have anything to do with people personally. I could see if they were attacking personal houses, I would change my tune. They're not attacking personal property. In my opinion, maybe we have different opinions about what personal property is. If they were stepping foot on where you live and breaking into your house, I would consider that a personal attack. Them attacking small businesses, attacking things that aren't where people live, I don't think that's a personal attack. I don't think it's a personal attack. I think it's a personal attack if they start going into people's houses and attacking them. Then it's personal. Then you can be concerned. But just in my opinion, I don't think people need to be concerned right now about what the rioters are doing. The rioters are attacking locations that are not residential, according to my understanding. Damn, yeah, they don't even carry weapons in the UK. How do you feel, Harvey? Do you feel that without the riots, people would have responded the same way? I just don't think people should be so quick to want to defend or take action. If I own a business and you attack it, I will pull the gun from my car and fire to protect it because it's my income to put food on my kid's table. So you would kill people to... Like, that's the whole thing you're saying. I mean, that's cool if that's what you believe, man. That's cool if that's what you believe. To each their own rights. But you're saying you would kill those people to get food. Like, that's okay. That's cool if that's what you believe, man. Everybody believes that. But that's what I was saying earlier. Material stuff, that's just a business. It's not more important than other people. The same way you're willing to kill and you think that your family's life is precious, those other people's life is precious too. We could figure out a way to figure out the stuff. Why does somebody's life have to be so easily taken and be something that everybody's so excited to do? They have attacked a lot of small businesses. It's basically destroying people's livelihood. If you spent your whole life building a business and some looters tear apart, that'd be... I'm not saying that that's not terrible for them. But I don't think that those small businesses are more important than the issue of civil rights. I understand we each have our own personal little life we're living, that we're each the main character in our own story, but there's an overall bigger narrative. A bigger narrative that is bigger than you, bigger than me, that is humanity, that is this racism that's been going on for generations to people. Yep, that is murder. Just to kill people so that you can keep feeding yourself. Nobody's trying to take your stuff. Nobody's trying to take your life. People are just destroying small businesses, which is just stuff. I don't think stuff is more important than people. You could believe that. You could believe that stuff is more important than people if you'd like. I understand in our own individual experiences where what's more important, because this is our experience. But there's stuff that's more important than you getting paid. Like, for instance, a corruption within a company, maybe working for a bad company. I understand that we all need to, if you have morals, then you should understand this statement. We all need to feed our families. But would you work for a company that you felt was doing bad things? And if you have morals, you would walk away from that company. Looting and robbery is not okay, but it isn't a capital crime. True. I worked hard to get where I am, served through 2 wars, and will be damned I will allow it to happen here. You chose to make that service.